Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Oishik Pine. Today I am going to present my thesis presentation. The title of my thesis is COVID-19 mortality prediction using multiple supervised machine learning algorithms. My roll number is 1510009, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Rajshahi University of Engineering and Technology. I am supervised by Dr. Mohammad Shami Manowar sir, Professor, Head Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Rajshahi University of Engineering and Technology. Outline of the presentation: Introduction, Objectives, Literature Review, COVID-19 Data Analysis, Proposed Methodology, Results and Discussion, Limitations and Future Works and References. Introduction. What is COVID-19? There are different kinds of viruses and some cause disease. A newly identified coronavirus, which is named SARS-CoV-2, has caused a worldwide pandemic of respiratory illness that is called COVID-19. It is first identified in December 2019. Until now, more than 110 million people are affected and more than 2.4 million people have died because of this deadly virus. Most frequent COVID-19 symptoms are cough, fever, chills, muscle pain, difficulty of breathing, sore throat, and loss of taste or smell. Transmission. The COVID-19 virus transmitted mainly from human to human, and it is transmitted by our cough and sneeze through aerosol. To prevent the COVID-19 pandemic, we have to maintain social distancing, we have to wash our hands, and we have to wear masks. The objectives of the thesis is to use artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to fight against the pandemic, comparison of model performance of different parameters to predict the outcome of COVID-19 affected patient using various supervised machine learning algorithms, finding out the best model for prediction and increasing the performance by hyperparameter optimization tuning. Here is the literature review. Here is another literature review. COVID-19 data analysis. Data description. We have used novel coronavirus 2019 dataset, which was accessed from Kaggle, and it was taken from World Health Organization and Johns Hopkins University. In this table, there are columns and the descriptions, values, and types are given. In this figure, a sample of our dataset with 5 rows are given. From this figure, we can easily understand that male are more likely to be affected by the coronavirus than the female. 57.6% are male and 42.4% are female. The main symptoms are fever, cough, cold, fatigue and body pain, and malaise. From this figure, we can understand the male and female death versus recovered. Here, we can understand the male mortality rate is way more higher than the female mortality rate. From this figure, we can understand that the elder population, like 60 to 80 years old, are more likely to die than the younger population. Proposed methodology. First, we have to collect our COVID-19 dataset. Then we have to pre-process our data. Then we have to do a feature engineering. Then we have to split our training data and testing data. Then we have to apply classification algorithms. Then with the best performance algorithm, we have to tune the hyperparameter. Then with the model, we have to test the data with the testing data. Then we will get the final result. Algorithms we have used for our research is logistic regression, decision tree, k-nearest neighbors, support vector machine, and Gaussian naive Bayes. For data pre-processing, we dropped some unnecessary figures. We grouped teacher age, we categorical values are encoded, we dropped symptom on and hospital visit, and missing values are filled with various ways like mean, median, and mode. Evaluation matrices. To evaluate a model, only accuracy is not enough because unbalanced data, for unbalanced data, precision, recall, and F1 score is also very important. So we will give a lot of importance to F1 score for our research. We will use accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. For logistic regression classifier, after training the model, we got 7.5% accuracy, precision 71.4%, recall 50%, and F1 score 59%. For decision tree, we got 87.5%, precision 80%, recall 61.5%, F1 score 69.5%. In this way, from K nearest neighbor, we got 91% accuracy, precision 86%, recall 81%, F1 score 83%. This way, support vector machine, we got these scores. For Gaussian naive Bayes, we got these scores. By comparing the performance metrics with all other algorithms, we found that KNN performs best with the accuracy of 91% accuracy and F1 score is 83%. After taking the best performing model of KNN, we will implement the grid search CV from a sklearn library for the hyperparameter optimization. In this table, we can see the hyperparameters of the K nearest neighbor algorithm. After hyperparameter tuning, we have improved the model performance. We can see that accuracy increased 4%, precision increased 14%, recall increased 0%, F1 score 6%. Confusion matrix. Confusion matrix is used to visualize the predictive analytics like precision, recall, F1 score, and accuracy. These are very important for the performance measurement. Here, from this confusion matrix, we can understand true positive is 13, true negative is 40, and false positive and false negative are very less. So our model is predicting almost very correctly, and the mistakes done by the model is very less. So we can say that our model is working very good, and the prediction of our model is excellent. From this figure, from this comparison of various models' performance, we can see that KNN works better in all the performance matrices like precision, accuracy, F1 score, and recall than all other algorithms. All the performance matrices are better than all the performance matrices of all other algorithms. So we can say that KNN works best as the KNN as the best model to predict the outcome of COVID-19 affected patients from our dataset. Limitations and future works. Limitations are unavailability of large and clean dataset, less number of features in the dataset. In the future works, other algorithms will be used to check whether it works better or not. We will try to use deep neural network for our research in future. These are my references. Thank you everyone.